Welcome to Hazel's Heroes for November 1988. I'm Russ Attwater, the host for the program, and have been the host since its inception approximately 5 years ago. We've had a number of different heroes doing a number of different things just to see what the heroes have done this month. Come watch with me. All right, our first group of heroes come from 3 different schools, and I'm going to start here with Edison School, right? And we're going to start right down, and I think your name is Joe, right?
Right.
And what's your last name, Joe?
Hines.
How old are you?
9.
9. What grade?
3rd.
3rd. How you like 3rd grade?
It's all right.
Who's your teacher?
Lupanek.
Mr. Lupanek, right? Okay. What kind of things do 3rd graders do in Mr. Lupanek's class?
Math, English, do fun activities, science, handwriting, social studies, and have recess every couple times when you want. It's up to him, though.
You get to go outside for recess? What's your favorite thing to do, recess?
Nope.
No, it's not. What is your favorite
Math.
thing? Math? No kidding. What do 3rd graders do with math?
Just do times, division, pluses, and takeaway.
Wow, that's pretty tough stuff, isn't it? Do you know your times tables? All of them?
No,
How far do you know, Joe?
just up to 10.
Up to 10. That's pretty good, though. I mean, you know, like 9 times 9? And,
I keep forgetting them, though.
okay, yeah.
'Cause I lost my thing. I got to get a new one for my
Yeah,
teacher.
you know what happens? You have to review those all the time, right? I remember when I learned them, I had to go over them and over and every night, so I knew all of them, right? And that's what it takes, because if you know how to multiply, then you know how to divide, right? Yeah, that's the way it supposedly works, right? Okay, why are you Hazel Hero?
I guess 'cause he
Mm-hmm.
and I guess Ruth, or I forget her thing. What she is.
Community school representative?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess she picked me 'cause I'm improving from last year. 'Cause I'm back
Mm-hmm.
from the 3rd grade to the 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she picked me 'cause I'm improving and stuff.
Right. And that's really important, isn't it? It's one of those things that you find out if you try hard and you work hard and you do the absolute best you can. It's most important, right? Sometimes, you know what happens when you have problems? You tend to give up and just not work and things like that, right? And school is just no fun that way, is it? When you're trying your best, even though you have some problems sometimes, much better to try hard, right? We're glad to have guys like you that try hard, that's for sure. That's a good example.
Well, I'm a Cub Scout, and
You're a Cub Scout?
Cub Scout never gives up.
That's
You
right.
keep trying.
That's what it says, right? Keep doing that. So being a Cub Scout is real helpful in terms of just following through and doing the best that you can. We have somebody else who's a Hazel Hero from Edison School too, right? What's your name?
Jamie Bell.
Jamie Bell. And how old are you, Jamie?
6 years old.
6 years old. How long have you been going to school? Long time?
Since I was in preschool.
So you went to preschool. So you went to preschool and then you went to kindergarten and now you're in 1st grade?
Yeah,
How do you like 1st grade?
I like it.
What do you like best about 1st grade?
Reading groups.
Reading groups? What kind of things do you guys do in reading groups?
We read and we do pages in our workbook,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes we have a test.
You like tests?
Yeah.
You do? You get good marks on tests? Yeah, that's because you work hard, right?
Yeah.
Now, what kind of stories are you reading?
We're in our second book. We're reading
Hard to remember sometimes what you're reading all the time, isn't it? But you're in your 2nd book? Okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean you know all the letters of the alphabet and things like that?
Yeah.
Do you know all their sounds?
Yeah.
What about the vowel sounds? You know all the vowel sounds?
Yeah.
And you know all those rules and things already?
Yeah.
Wow. You're doing really good. Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Stone.
Mrs. Stern? And she's teaching 1st grade, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
First and second.
First and second, so you're in a split, huh? Okay. And a split is where we have more than one grade in one class, right? And she kind of helps the first graders do some things, and then she helps the second graders. And then you do some things together, too, right? Yeah, and it kind of helps both of you. So tell me why you're a Hazel hero.
For walking good in my classroom, following the teacher's directions, and a big help.
Being a big help. Doing work, getting your work done, following directions, and being a big help around the classroom. Tell me one thing you do that you help around the classroom.
Put up the chairs at the table, help people with their math, and sometimes the teacher lets me give people a test.
Oh, no kidding. How do you give them a test? Tell them words.
She gives me a piece of paper and has me call out words.
No kidding. Well, that's really good. Glad to have helpers like you around. Helpers give us a hand doing lots of stuff, right? Boy, you have pretty earrings, you know that?
Thank you.
How long have you had earrings?
About, I don't know.
You don't know, huh? Are they real diamonds?
No.
They're not. Wow, say, maybe I can just slip one of those off when you're looking, huh? They're really pretty.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Jamie Reese.
Jamie Reese? And how old are you, Jamie?
8.
And what school do you go to?
Ford.
Ford School, huh?
Yep.
Who's the principal over at Ford School?
Mr. Mayo.
Oh, do you know Mr. Mayo? You ever get sent to Mr. Mayo for trouble? Never have?
No.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, huh? Who's teacher?
Miss Shields.
And what grade is that?
3rd.
3rd. Oh, wow. What are you doing in 3rd grade?
Well, we do math and we do spelling and we do reading. I don't know what else.
Do you do multiplication?
We aren't into multiplication yet. We're not into our math book yet.
You're not there yet?
But we're going to be there.
Won't be long, huh?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Have you started memorizing some of your multiplication? So do you know 9 times 9? That's a real hard one. Huh? That is a hard one, isn't it?
No.
Oh, you got to figure it out?
I think I forget the one. When I know 12 times 12.
Oh, what's 12 times 12?
Easy. 104.
That's right, it's 144, right? 9 times is just as easy, isn't it? All you have to do is remember it. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I help other people in my classroom and I get my work done. And that's all I guess.
Don't you help in the kitchen, too?
Yeah, I help in the kitchen.
What do you do in the kitchen?
Well, when the people come in for lunch, we have to, like, put the fruit cup on their tray and stuff.
So you have a job to do with Mrs. Brown, right, in the kitchen?
Yep.
And she kind of is the boss, and you help out, right?
Yeah.
Lunchtime at Ford School is a busy time, isn't it? Because there's lots of kids there.
We have 2 shifts.
You have 2 chefs? Yeah, well, you need to do lots of stuff, don't you, to get everybody to lunch on time and things like that. So I know that Mr. Mayo really appreciates all that help. All the kids appreciate that, too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They have helpers like you. And I guess we're glad to see that you get your work done prior to you helping other kids do their work, right? You always do, right? Always get your work done first. And our last hero of this group is...
Rachel.
Rachel? What's your last name, Rachel?
Spore.
More?
Spore.
Spore, okay. And how old are you, Rachel?
7.
7 years old. And you go to what school? United Oaks, isn't it? And how long have you gone to United Oaks?
I don't know.
Long time? Ever go to any school?
No.
Never have, huh? And, you're in 2nd grade? Who's your teacher?
Miss Glendale.
Okay. And what kind of things are you doing in 2nd grade?
We do phonics, math, and reading groups, and...
Okay, well, let me ask you, what is phonics? A lot of us that are older don't know what phonics is. Can you tell me what phonics is? What do you do when you do phonics?
if it's really easy, you just write words and stuff and all that.
You say words? You have to know what the letters say, right? I mean, a letter A says several different things, doesn't it? It says ah and A, I think, doesn't it? It has 2 sounds. Is that right? You guys that know phonics?
Yeah.
So it says different things. and that's how you figure out what words, how to pronounce words. And they actually teach you that in school, don't they?
Yeah.
You like phonics?
No.
No, but you have to do it, right? All the time.
Yeah.
Tell me why you're Hazel Hero.
Because I pick up the trash on the front lawn and I do my work, and I'm always willing to help other people.
Yeah, I heard that you were helping keep the school grounds clean, because lots of kids just throw paper on the floor, on the grounds, right, when they get finished with it. You're able to help keep it clean? Do you keep your room clean like that, too?
No.
You don't? Oh, goodness. When your parents listen to this, they're going to say, boy, now you can keep your room clean, right? Okay. And you get your work done on time, and you're able to help other kids if they need some help, because you get your work done. Okay.
Right.
We had really good helpers with this group of kids and really good workers. Glad to have you. All right, our second group of heroes come from Roosevelt School and from Hoover School. And I think I'll start at this end again and talk to this guy from Roosevelt School. Hi. What's your name?
Brian.
Ryan. And how are you, Ryan?
9.
9 years old? What grade does that make you?
I'm 3rd.
Third. And I think Mrs. Anderson recommended you as Hazel Hero, right? She's third grade teacher at Roosevelt School?
Yep.
And what kind of things are you doing down in Mrs. Anderson's class?
Math, phonics, spelling. That's all. I don't do anything else.
You don't do anything else? And what kind
And
of...
RIM.
And RIM? What's RIM?
It's like you have to write down who's your what's your favorite color, and what do you like to eat.
Okay. I think RIM is by some people in Oakland schools to help identify a bunch of areas in terms of reading, and you have specific things to do each day in terms of RIM, right? And they do a pre-test and a post. They do pre-test, and they know areas where a person's deficient, and then the RIM sheet. Yeah. So you have a different RIM each day, and then when you've done that area, then they cross it off, and they kind of keep track of the different skills that you've accomplished, right? You know what they are? Isn't that the way it works?
Well, we have different papers every day.
Yeah, right. Okay, so they give you a different sheet each day that you work on, a different skill area, right? In the reading process. Why are you Hazel Hero?
Because when I have homework, I take it home, bring it back, and because I do good work.
And you're a nice boy. Do I remember reading that Mrs. Anderson said you're one of the nicest boys in her class, right? And she must like you really well because you have a good disposition. I think I remember reading that word too, meaning that you're not nasty, that you're polite and you're kind and things like that. And how often do you have homework?
A few days when just when it's kind of hard, and I take it home.
Okay, so you have homework and you're always conscientious about bringing it back, right? I have a little boy who's in the third grade.
Sometimes I have homework, sometimes I don't.
Okay, but when you do take it home, you always bring it back. Don't forget it, and that's an important thing because that helps us have continuity in terms of the learning process, so that you don't learn some things and have gaps with other things. You always know where you are and what you're doing. Our next hero, you're from Roosevelt School of Hill, right? And what's your name? Adam. Last name, Adam.
Revert.
Okay, and whose class are you in?
Second grade.
Second grade. Who's your teacher?
Miss Calbro.
Mrs. Calabro, right? Okay. What kind of things are you doing in Mrs. Calabro's class?
We do math, phonics, reading, spelling, and that's it.
Do you do RIM also?
Yeah.
Okay.
RIM too.
Okay. And what kind of things are you working on RIM, let's say?
We do rhyming words.
Rhyming words? Okay. Words that start with a letter and you have to rhyme it. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
And that's really good because, rhyming words almost are spelled the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
Rain and pain, the only thing that's different is starting letter, right? So if you know how to spell rain, then you know how to spell pain, right? Fan and pan and things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good way to learn how to spell, is also increase your vocabulary, right? Okay. Why are you Hazel Hero?
I found a wallet and took it to my house and we called the lady up and she came over and got the wallet.
Okay. Where did you find the wallet?
Out in my school parking lot.
You found it in the parking lot?
Yeah.
On your way home from school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now on my way home, my grandma picked me up.
Oh, your grandpa picked you up? Okay, so then your grandpa was able to give you the right advice in terms of what to do, right?
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, you told me just before we started this that there was 25 big ones in that, right?
Yeah.
$25. And I bet you that lady was real happy to get the money.
She was.
Yeah.
Right when we caught, she just walked into school.
Is that right? She just realized that she had lost her wallet somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that could be food money or lots of things, right? That was a really honest thing to do. Did it make you kind of feel good that you had part of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was just on ABC.
Okay. And she was on ADC and she needed...
Yeah,
and she needed that kind of money, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it would have been easy for you and your grandpa to kind of take it and split it or something like that, right? But you did the right thing, and the right thing is the honest thing, and that makes you feel good, especially when you found out that the lady really needed that money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Glad to have. If I ever lose my wallet, I hope you're the guy that finds it and gives it back to me, except that I probably won't have $25 in it. Okay, our last hero for this group is?
Joel.
And your last name, Joel?
Hedrick.
Say it again.
Hedrick.
Hedrick. And what school are you from?
Hoover.
Hoover. And Mr. Morrison is your teacher?
Mrs. Morrison.
Mrs. Morrison. And there's a Mr. Morrison there, too, isn't there? Okay. And what grade does that?
Third.
What grade?
Third.
Third grade? Okay, and do you do phonics in third grade at Hoover School?
Mm-mm.
You have your phonics all done? You know, do you read by phonics? Do you sound words out when you don't know what they are?
Yeah.
Okay, so you use the phonics. What kind of things do you do at third grade?
We do math, we do social studies, we do science, and we do spelling.
Okay, you have kind of a busy day, huh? Do you ever just goof off? Not much time to goof off, right? School is a place to work, and do you have recess?
Yeah.
Gym? In art and music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite class?
Gym.
Gym. Okay, who's your gym teacher?
Miss Chastain.
Okay. What kind of things do you do in gym?
We do exercises sometimes, and we play games.
Okay, but it's just not all playing games, is it? You have to do some exercises and things like that, right? Why are you a Hazel hero?
I get my work done.
Is that the only thing you do?
When we go out for recess, our teacher checks papers, and I take the chair out for her.
Okay, so you're a kind, considerate person, and most of all, you get your work done on time, right? If you don't get it done, do you take it home and do homework?
Mm-hmm.
How many nights a week do you think you have homework?
3.
3. Okay. And you always bring it back, right? That's really good. You know, one of the things that's happened with almost all our groups today thus far is that these are students who are conscientious in terms of what you do. We like conscientious people. They're successful. Thanks. Our last group of heroes come from 2 different schools. They come from Longfellow School and Clark School, right? Did I get it right? Okay. And we asked for volunteers, and this guy down here volunteered to go first. What's your name?
Jared.
And your last name, Jared?
Nabosny.
Jared Nabosny, right? Who's your grandmother?
Dorothy.
Dorothy who?
Searcy.
What does she do around here? Why do I know that name?
She's an aide at Hoover.
Is she would you classify her as a mean aide or a nice aide, or how would you classify her?
Nice aide.
A nice aide. Has she ever been an aide in your classroom?
No.
Oh, so you're just guessing whether she's nice or not, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tell me about yourself. Who's your teacher?
Miss Marsack.
Mrs. Marsack, right? She lives right down the street from me. You know that? I should have asked her about you, right? Yeah, I should have. And what grade is that?
Third.
Third. And what
Third
grade
and fourth.
Third and fourth is split class?
Yeah.
Okay. But you're in the third part?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever gone to a different school other than that school?
Hoover.
You went to Hoover?
Hmm.
Was your grandmother an aide in your class when you were at Hoover?
No.
Oh, she wasn't. And you moved from Hoover? What grades did you go to Hoover?
Preschool, kindergarten, first, and that's all.
Okay, so second and third you've been to Longfellow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What school you like the best?
Hoover.
Oh, you better be careful. Mr. Kumpel may be listening to this.
About the same.
Oh, that's good. That's good. About the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the favorite thing you do in your class?
Math.
Math? What kind of things are you doing in math?
Adding, subtraction, and times sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
How many times tables do you know?
About up to my nines.
What's 9 times 9?
81.
Someone tell you that before you came down here?
No.
Okay. What's 5 times 4?
20.
Hey, that's really good. How did you go about remembering those? You had to just, what?
We study in our class.
Okay, you study them at home?
Sometimes.
Okay. Why are you Hazel Hero?
Because they say I put energy in the school.
Okay, and I think that was the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that you like learning.
Yeah.
You try hard to learn.
Yeah.
And you learn, right?
Yep.
And that's a really good example for lots of other kids, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you need to continue that. Even when things get tough, you need to continue trying hard, right?
Right.
Okay. Appreciate the really good example that you are to lots of other students at Longfellow School, and especially in your class, because when you see people trying hard, you tend to try hard too, right? Do you try hard?
Uh-huh.
Well, do you or don't you?
Yes, I try.
Yeah, you think you do?
Uh-huh.
What's your name?
Nikki.
Nikki? And
Or Nicole.
Or Nicole? What you like the best?
Nicole.
You want me to call you Nicole? Okay, Nikki. I mean Nicole. How old are you?
6.
6? What grade?
First.
First? How do you like first grade?
A lot.
Do you like it a lot? Do you like it better than kindergarten?
I like all my grades the
You
same.
did? You liked kindergarten when you were there?
Yeah.
And now you like first grade that you're there? And you'll probably like second grade when you're there, right? You just kind of like coming to school? Why do you like coming to school?
I don't know.
Well, it must be something that you like about it, right? What?
How we do our math and stuff.
You like to do that kind of work, right? And it's kind of fun coming to a place where you have to do certain things and you learn stuff, right? And you get to do some things kind of without your parents, right? And yeah, and you learn lots of stuff, right? Yeah, I kind of like school. When I was going to school a long time ago, though, right? Who's your teacher?
Miss Granado.
Okay. And do you have a very favorite thing you do in her class?
Math.
Math. Are you doing times yet?
No.
Oh, you're just doing add and subtract, right?
Just adding.
Just adding? You haven't got
Pluses.
to subtract pluses. Okay. Why are you a Hazel Hero?
I don't know.
You don't know? Don't have any idea? Well, let me see if I can remember. If I remember correctly, you're a really nice person to have in class, right? You obey the classroom rules. You get your work done. And then sometimes you're able to help other kids when you get all your work done, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But you get your own work done first, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because that's really important. Do you ever have homework?
Uh-uh.
Never? You never have to take work home? Wow, that's really good. We're glad to have people like you who are excited about learning, who are a good example, just like Gerard, right? Got good examples over there at Longfellow School. You know that? Are you a good example?
Yes.
You are? What do you do that makes you a good example?
Well, I help kids
It's a long
and show
silence.
them
No, that.
how to act when they get older.
Okay. And that's a good example, isn't it? Because little kids like her, look to you as the big shots in your school, right? Yeah. Because you're a service squad girl? And what grade?
Fifth.
Fifth? So you're getting to be one of the big shots in your school. I guess they have sixth graders in your school, too, right?
Uh-huh.
So that means that there are some kids who are a little older, right?
Yeah.
But little kids look up to you, right? Yeah, so it gives you a responsibility. And a good example is good. What's your name?
Julie Shonrack.
And how old are you, Julie?
11.
11. And who's your teacher?
Miss Ratliff.
Okay, and that's fifth grade at Clark School, right? Okay. And what's a service squad girl have to do? Or a service squad person, because they have boys who are that too, right?
Well, you help the kids out and you do errands for the teachers.
Okay. And do you have to go to the classroom early in the morning and help out?
And early before school gets out.
Okay. So you leave your class a little early and you go to Mrs. Nash's class, is it? And you do things for her. You're doing one other thing that's kind of unique, I think, is that you're helping somebody who has a speech problem.
Yeah.
And they need to have their sounds. They're saying sounds. What sounds are you teaching?
S and Z.
S and Z. And Mrs. Memory, your speech and language therapist, has taught you how to do that? And what do you do with this person that helps with the sounds?
I take him in the morning and then I sound out the S's and then he says the words.
Okay. So you model for him the way to say the S. That's really good. That is good, because that's exactly what speech teachers have to do. And you're helping out a whole lot, right? We appreciate that. You're a good student and a good helper and obviously a really good example to a lot of other students. And then we have another guy here from Clark School, right?
Right.
And what's your name?
David Cusick.
David Cusick? And how old are you, David?
11.
11? And what grade?
5th.
Are you that good example, too?
Mm-hmm.
You try to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're a safety patrol.
Yes.
And where's your post?
It's on Manatee.
Manatee and what?
Manatee and Martin Road.
Okay, and that's a really busy street, isn't it? Because the kids leave from the Jardin place there, and the kids from the high school leave, and they have cars, and they drive up and down there. So that's a big responsibility, isn't it?
Yes.
And I think, if I remember correctly, you probably wouldn't tell us this, that Mr. Barlow, when he told us about you, he said that he was impressed with your gentleness with little people, with the little kids, that you really protect them, right?
Yes.
And that's what you're supposed to do, right? But
Yes.
sometimes we don't always do it very gently, do we?
Right.
Yeah, and where did you learn to be so gentle?
Just learned in school.
Just came naturally, right? Okay. David, who's your teacher?
Miss Kenyon.
Mrs. Kenyon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's fifth grade?
Yes.
Okay.
5th and 4th.
Okay, so you're in a split also.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of things are you doing fifth grade?
Spelling, math, social studies, science. And sometimes for math we have math division sheets and multiplication sheets.
Okay. Have you got your multiplication tables all down?
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Yeah, you have to constantly work on that, right? That's what I had to do. I remember that. Okay. What other kind of things make you a Hazel hero? I guess we talked about you being a safety patrol, because that's really an important one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
And some, whenever see people, whenever they're in trouble, I help them, and whenever anybody needs help, they always come and ask the safeties.
Okay. So being a safety patrol is a big responsibility. I remember when I was a safety patrol back when I was in elementary school, and it was really a big thing to me, and I probably didn't discharge my responsibility as well as you, because Mr. Barlow says you're kind and gentle and good, right?
Yes.
So we appreciate that. And those of us that have little kids that walk to and from school appreciate guys like you that help out. Thanks a lot. This part of our program, Superintendent James Gibson and Community Education Coordinator Ann Bashinsky give out the certificates and the T-shirts. And we also have a Sunday for the 9 Mile Dairy Queen. So you can get your mom or dad or somebody to take you down there, right? A free Sunday. Okay, Mr. Chief.
Okay, the heroes this month, the first one we have is Jamie Reese from Ford School. Congratulations. David Kusik from Clark School. Congratulations. Julie Schoenrock from Clark School. Congratulations. Jamie Bell from Edison School. Congratulations. Joseph Lewis Hines from Edison School. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Rachel Spohr from United Oak School. Congratulations. Joel Hendrick from Hoover School. Congratulations. Ryan McQuaid from Roosevelt School. Whoops. Congratulations. Good job.
There you go, Ryan.
Adam Rivard from Roosevelt School. Congratulations.
Get everything going here.
Okay.
We gave you too much stuff there, Adam.
Nikki Stokes from Longfellow School. Congratulations. She remembered her right.
She got it right in, right?
Put that hand out there. Let's make sure you got it.
And last but not least is Jared Nabosny. Last time I saw Jared, he had a dog in his hand at the Silver Dog. Congratulations.
Huh, Jared?
That's our Hazel's Heroes for this month. If you notice, heroes this month were heroes that do the kind of things that they know they should be doing in school. Completing their work, being good citizens, and that's what this program is all about. Thank you very much for watching.